I want to say this. They didn't have to lock me in a cage. They just had to convince me the cage was reality, y'all. Tell me what to fear, who to trust, what to believe, and who I was supposed to hate. The matrix didn't break when I found the truth. I think it broke when I finally asked who gave me the answers. I'm CJ Everson, and welcome to the Jewish Skeptic. Myself from the Matrix. And no, I am not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the system in your head that tells you what you are allowed to question. For most of my life, I thought I was thinking. But I wasn't. I was repeating. I was giving answers before I even understood the questions, really. I was told the Bible was true before I knew how the Bible was actually put together. I was told Christianity was the truth before I had seriously studied any other religion. I was told what was moral, what was evil, what was normal, what was dangerous, who was lost, who was saved, hell, who was going to heaven and who was going to hell. And here's the crazy part. I thought those were actually my conclusions, and they weren't. They were conclusions that were handed to me. And I spent years defending answers I never personally investigated. That's the Matrix. The Matrix isn't Christianity alone. It isn't conservatism or liberalism or, it ain't even skepticism or atheism. The Matrix is believing anything is above being questioned. That's the trap. Every system wants you to believe that the danger is outside the system. Christians tell you the world will deceive you. Political parties will tell you the other side will destroy the country. Cults will tell you outsiders just don't understand. Conspiracy groups will tell you everyone else is asleep. See, everyone thinks they took the red pill. Everyone thinks everyone else is asleep. But here's the question nobody want to ask though. What if your red pill was just another blue pill, but with different packaging, fam? That's when everything changed for me. I stopped asking, what am I supposed to believe? And I started asking, how do I know it's true? That one question destroyed my entire matrix. How do I know? Not how strongly I felt about it. Not how many people agreed with me. Not what did my parents teach me. Not what does, your favorite politician even say. How do I know? That's it. Show me the evidence. Show me the history. Show me how you reached the conclusion that you got. And most importantly, show me what would prove you wrong. That's when I started noticing something. A lot of people don't have beliefs. Their beliefs actually have them. They can't question them. They can't examine them. They can't even imagine being wrong. And if you challenge the belief, they feel like you challenge them. And bruh, that's why people get angry when you ask simple questions. you're not just questioning an ideal. You're touching the programming, the indoctrination. I know because I lived it. I was a Christian for almost, 40 years. I mean, I don't want to give my age away. I didn't just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I want to be an atheist today. There was no atheist recruiting meeting. No one handed me a welcome package to atheism. I started asking questions. That's it, people. And the more questions I asked, the more I realized how many answers I had accepted, because I was afraid of the consequences of rejecting them. Hell is a powerful leash. Losing family is a powerful leash. Losing community is a powerful leash. Being called lost is a powerful leash. Being told Satan is deceiving you is a powerful leash, y'all. Now the system has created a defense mechanism. If you agree, God is working on you. If you question it, Satan is working on you. You see the problem? The system wins either way. Your agreement proves it, and your disagreement proves it. That is a closed system. It's definitely not evidence. And once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. But here's why some people usually tend to get uncomfortable. I almost did it again. I almost left one matrix and walked directly into another one. And for the ones who know, I almost joined the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. Why? Because it gave me answers. It gave me identity. It gave me a story. It gave me a group of people who said, we know the truth everyone else missed. Sound familiar? It's just a different matrix. Same code. We have the truth. They are deceived. We are awake. They are asleep. Don't trust outsiders. Don't trust scholars who disagree. Any evidence against us is part of the deception. I've heard this before. And that's when I realized something that changed my entire life. Escaping one belief system does not mean you learn how to think. Sometimes you just change prisons, y'all. Sometimes you leave Christianity and make atheism your religion. Sometimes you'll leave the left and worship the right. Sometimes you'll leave the right and worship the left. Sometimes you'll leave mainstream media and start believing every man with a microphone in their basement. You didn't become a skeptic, though. You just changed who you are willing to believe without evidence. That's really a transfer. And truly, I didn't want to transfer. I wanted to be out completely. So I made a rule for myself. Nothing is above questioning. Not Christianity, not Judaism, not atheism, not science, not politics, not history, not my favorite scholar, and definitely not me. If I only use skepticism against people I disagree with, I'm not a skeptic. I'm a DA for your own benefits. And some of y'all are incredible prosecutors when examining everyone else's beliefs. You can find every contradiction, every bad source, every piece of weak evidence. But the moment you examine your belief, suddenly you need context and it's complicated. Suddenly you have to understand what they really meant. Suddenly evidence isn't everything. No, bruh. No, fam. Use the same knife. If your method can cut through everyone else's bullshit, turn it around. Cut through your own. And that's how I remove myself from the matrix. I stopped protecting my conclusions. I stopped needing to be right. I stopped treating I don't know like an embarrassing answer. I don't know became freedom. Now, I don't have to invent an answer. I don't have to force ancient texts to explain modern science. I don't have to turn every coincidence into a miracle. I don't have to call every uncomfortable fact fake news. I don't have to defend a political party when they're clearly wrong. I don't have to defend atheists just because I'm an atheist. I don't have to defend Jewish claims just because I'm ethnic Jewish. I can simply say that's not true, or we don't have enough evidence, or I was wrong. Do you understand how free you become when your identity is no longer chained to your conclusions? I can change my mind tomorrow. Show me better evidence. That's it. You don't have to threaten me. You ain't even got to try to shame me. You don't have to pray that my heart changes. Just bring the evidence. And if the evidence is good, I'll move. My goal isn't to die defending what I believe today. My goal is to believe as many true things as possible and as few false things as possible. That's my red pill, not atheism, not skepticism, not science. The willingness to say I might be wrong. The most dangerous matrix isn't the one someone puts you in. It's the one you start defending after the door is already open. I didn't leave Christianity to become an atheist. I didn't leave one tribe to join another. I removed myself from the matrix the moment I stopped asking people what I was supposed to believe, and I started asking them to show me how do they know. No fear. No dogma, just clarity. You can call me CJ, the Jewish Skeptic. Take care.
Do you know what I found? The more you know, the less you know.